If loving someone is making you disappear, this video is for you. If you feel like you need to walk on eggshells, over-explain yourself, diminish who you are, that's not love. And perhaps the hardest part is admitting that.
I am Lumi, and today I didn't come to tell you what to do. I didn't come to judge your choices or to tell you that leaving is easy. I just came to sit here with you and talk about something almost no one talks about with truth. Toxic relationships don't always scream. Sometimes they whisper. They don't start by hurting. They start by asking for small adjustments. A little less of you here, a silence there. Let's talk about it later, about what you feel. And when you realize you're already living a version of yourself you no longer recognize. The most confusing thing is that often love still exists. There's attachment, there's history, there's fear of being alone. And then you start negotiating with yourself. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe if I love a little more, it will change. But what almost never changes is the price you pay. Choosing yourself isn't giving up on the other person. It's giving up on abandoning yourself. It's realizing that love shouldn't require you to disappear in order to fit. That care doesn't hurt. That presence doesn't suffocate. That love doesn't ask for silence as a condition. Leaving hurts, but staying hurts too. But there's an important difference. One pain destroys you little by little. The other rebuilds you. And almost always, the pain of choosing hurts less than the pain of continuing to lose yourself. But how do you know when it's time? When silence weighs more than words, when you feel lonelier together than you ever did alone, when you rehearse what you're going to say inside your own home, when you stop sharing your joys because you don't want to bother them, when your dreams become too small to fit the relationship, when you look in the mirror and don't recognize who's looking back. These aren't signs of weakness. They're signs that something inside you is still alive, and it's asking for passage. Maybe you're still in the middle of the process. Maybe you still love. Maybe you still miss them. Maybe you still can't leave. And that's okay. This video isn't about running away. It's about coming back. And today, I just wanted to remind you that you deserve a love where you don't have to disappear. The love that doesn't erase you begins when you stop abandoning yourself. It's not about someone arriving. It's about you staying. Staying with yourself when it hurts. Staying with yourself when you miss them. Staying with yourself even when loneliness feels frightening. Because when you learn not to abandon yourself, something changes. You start recognizing from afar what isn't love, not by the pain, but by the peace that's missing. You no longer need to convince anyone to stay. You no longer need to explain yourself so much. You no longer need to mold yourself.
And this might scare some people, because those who got used to your absence find it strange when you return. But this return is sacred. It's the moment when you choose to no longer negotiate your essence. Maybe you still love, maybe it still hurts, but now you love without losing yourself. And when that day comes, you understand that you didn't lose a relationship. You found yourself. And that changes everything.